the estimating process is not an exact science. We took a decision to estimate bills back at the beginning of April, so people will have received 2, maybe 3 estimated bills over the course. Estimates themselves are based on last year's usage, when we would have been at work, and so on and so forth during the day. Now everybody's been at home, people have used water and electricity much more than probably they would have this time last year. So yes, when we do finally get to read the meters, which we've started to do this month, there is the likelihood that most people will receive a higher bill. Estimating tries to smooth out the usage over the 3-month period. We wouldn't have wanted to bill someone for 3 months usage this month, but it is not an exact science, so it is difficult. We've done it the best way we could, but you will not, in essence, be paying for anything that you haven't used.
Is there any sort of help that you can provide people who might have difficulty paying those bills this month?
I mean, you know, throughout this process, we've been flexible. You know, there's no, you know, without you know, it's important that everybody pays their bills and all that kind of stuff, obviously. But the reality is that we're not being stringent on who is and who isn't paying their bills at this precise moment in time. There is a degree of flexibility. Anybody who has problems can, of course, ring us. We've got more people on staff. We've recruited some summer students, more summer students than we've ever done, specifically to man the telephones and help with dealing with the payments. That way our customer service staff are there to deal with people who have genuine queries about maybe not being able to pay or finding the increase in bills, you know, slightly more taxing to pay.
Just ahead of lockdown, you took the decision to not send out people to do those meter readings. You relied on those estimates. You actually go out and read meters most months.
Yeah, it's a common misconception in Gib, and it always has been over the years. I think it maybe stems from practices from many moons ago. We have, just for numbers purposes, about 43,000 meters in the field in Gib, about 20,000 water and about 23,000 electricity meters. We read all of those every month, and when I say all of those, we read upwards of 95-96%. Because of locations of some meters are still inside people's properties in places like the Old Town and that kind of stuff. It's not physically possible to read every single meter every month, but the reality is that, you know, as per our contract, we read, you know, huge percentage of meters every month.
And technology is taking over everything. Are there any plans to perhaps make meter reading easier?
We do have smart meter trials going on, both on the electrical side and on the water side. Talking from a water perspective, we've had some really good pilot trials in Rock Gardens and in the Marina Bay area. But the idea is that over maybe it's a 3 to 5 year period, you know, we might have more and more smart meters in the field, and people may be even able to log on and see what usage they have on a day-to-day basis, which, you know, helps people to understand what it is that drives, you know, those high bills in the summer months or the high bills at Christmas or whatever it may be. So.